Well, hello, hello, hello. So it is actually a little past midnight in Texas time, Central time, but it is still the day. Computer time. Computer time.
It's 1:51 a.m.
So it's actually 1:51. So we've got a few minutes. So it's 9 minutes before midnight Pacific time. So I think on to this is actually finishing one day. First off, there's the bear. There is the beautiful, handsome bear. Beautiful, handsome bear. So last night, I actually watched a video from blind surfer Pete Gustin, who's actually a really good. His name is Pete Gustin. Okay, he goes by the moniker Blind Surfer Pete Gustin, but he's actually a surfer. But his main job is he's a voiceover artist, and he has an incredible voice, a very solid. He's got one of those voices that is very commanding, but could also be very quiet and powerful. And then obviously it looks like he can change his voice in a number of ways, very similar to Frank Welker, who actually is probably, I think I mentioned the other day, one, if not the most successful voiceover artist in history. Excuse me. Known for a number of voices, including Fred from Scooby-Doo. He wasn't the original voice of Scooby-Doo; that was someone else. But he was known for he's done Scooby-Doo, I believe. But Frank Welker did Fred from Scooby-Doo. He did Slimer from the Ghostbusters cartoon. He did Megatron, Galvatron, Soundwave. He's done a bunch of really well-known characters. Matter of fact, I think he also was. Not sure if he was Brainy or not from the Smurfs, but he's in a number of voices. Very successful voiceover actor, very good. And Pete Gustin is arguably in that same skill set of diversity of range. His credits may not be as prolific as Frank Welker, but he's definitely a very talented artist, like up there with Peter Cullen and the like. He's actually done the voice of Optimus Prime before in an ad. But anyways, the reason I even mentioned that is because talking about the puppies over here. Puppies right there. So I was watching. So about a year ago, a little less than a year ago, Pete Gustin actually had a guide dog named, he called Super Dog. That was his pet name for him. Now, I don't know if that was his real name, probably not. But he went by Super Dog. There's my bear. There's my bear. But Super Dog apparently was diagnosed with lung cancer and an enlarged heart. Special boy. Special boy. And he passed away less than a year ago. My bear. I'm my special boy. My beautiful boy. You're a beautiful boy. You know that? I love you so. I love you so. Look at those beautiful eyes. Those beautiful nose. He's so handsome. He's so handsome. Come here, bear. Kiss. Love you. So there was a video he did that was a short. I don't know if it started out as a short or if he made it a short later, but where he actually was talking about how, after he did this video, it was going to be the hardest thing because he was going to go out and it was going to be the first time that Super Dog was not going to be with him, waiting for him outside of his booth. And it just broke my heart, because my boys are 9 years old. I was talking to an Uber driver today whose dog that he named LB. He said Little Bear, but he ended up naming her LB because of the LB, the initials, but he spelled it ELLBEE, I believe, LB, for his dog. And he said she's 11 years old now. And it's just, time flies so fast with your pets. And you got to remember all this minor stuff, like when they make mistakes on the floor or when they chew apart things. Stuff can be replaced, but their lives are precious and they cannot be replaced. And the time flies so fast. the time flies so fast, and they bring so like many millions of times more joy than just the temporary things of, making mistakes and getting a little rambunctious like the little boys do, like little bubbies do. You're so handsome. I love you so much. And I love that one over there, too. Baby lion. The Bubba lion over there. I love you, baby lion. Simba. Oh, better put his paw up. He's a good boy. Simba. Simba. Come here, baby lion. There's my baby lion. This one was a creative one when he was a kid. He was a baby. He was all finding ways out of everything. He's so smart. Bless you, bear. He's all finding ways out of everything. He's like, I will escape. No one can confine me. You'd be good in Prison Break. You would have been good on the star on that TV show. Prison Break starring Simba. And then Bear would just be the big happy bear that goes along with him. He's the big weight that can push things aside. So it'd be like, push that aside, Bear. And then Simba would know the way to get out. He would know the way. He's a good boy. I love you. Give me a kiss. Oh, give me a kiss. Baby, give me a kiss. So, it was very hard to watch because then you knew that he wasn't going to have Super Dog, and it was hard to know to put him to sleep. It's a really hard thing because we think of as humans, it's like, well, if they're in pain. You don't want anyone to hurt anymore. Just like if you had a family member who was in constant pain and all they could do is be sedated, but they were completely out of reality. You don't want people to go through pain, and you don't want the spirits you care about, the people you care about, the souls you care about. You don't want them to hurt. You want them to be happy. And it's hard for me to make that decision because I would never want to let them go. But at some point, you have to start thinking about yourself if they're ever in pain. I've been very blessed that they haven't been very sick their whole lives. I've been very, very blessed with that. They've been so much of a blessing. Simba and Deus are just amazing souls. Simba and Amadeus are so wonderful. I love them so much. And they've just changed my life so much for the better. And I'm so grateful for them. But it was hard to watch to see Pete, go through that. And I don't know Pete personally. I know more I can empathize with him as a dog daddy, as a canine parent, and also as animals that have provided service and cared for you and helped you with a lot of things, like Amadeus and Simba have. It's just it's hard to see. It's hard to know that their lives are even more finite than ours, and they put so much love into every day. They really do. That's one of the things I love so much about them is they put so much love into every day. It's almost as though they know time is finite, so they put love into every day because they know I'm here today, gone tomorrow. And it's really hard. It's really hard to see that, and hard to know you have to say goodbye someday. In some way, I mean, my plan. I think I may have already mentioned this. Is when the time comes, hopefully many years from now, I will have. They will be cremated, not just put into a ground of rot, and they'll be cremated, and I'll have their ashes with me, and then create a directive that when I'm gone, for me to be cremated and our ashes to be scattered together across a mountaintop, because I'd like to know that that this is done, and that we kind of just share eternity with. We travel in the wind together. Our ashes mix together. We just travel in the wind together and go wherever the wind takes us. And that's just the part of our bodies, but the spirits hopefully will follow with the ashes and travel and go wherever we're supposed to go. But remarkable how special they are in their lives and what they give to us. So today I did get some packing done. I actually got this. So it's not. I think it's usually used for like little tools and little, screws and yada yada yada, what have you things. But I actually, and I use it for coffee, as a coffee organizer too. But I actually used. I actually bought one of these. They're called acrylo mills, little 24 drawer organizers, and I'm doing it with my cords. So now I can hang this on the wall, and if I ever need a USB-C cable or a USB, USB, whatever it is, USB, USB-C, USB to lightning or whatever it may be, I know where these cables are, and I can go and I can get them, and I can use them that way. I'm also thinking about how I'm going to put it on the wall, mount it to the wall so that it helps to kill sound, because when you're trying to record audio, you want to kind of kill the sound around you. Otherwise, you have an echo. So, like, you can't really hear an echo in this room. If it is, it's incredibly tiny. And it's primarily because there's a lot of stuff against the wall. Like there's a curtain over there. And then there's this stuff behind me. And then there's actually, there's not really anything on the wall over here. But what there is all this stuff on the floor is blocking sound from traveling and bouncing back off of the wall. That's why there may be a little bit of an echo, but a very tiny echo, almost indistinguishable to you and me. Unless you're just an amazing audiophile and you can hear it, which is great if you can. But anyway, so got that organized. Have gotten more. I got a case organized with some very expensive microphones that I have, and then put some cables in there to use with those microphones. What I've got here now is a bunch of cords that are connector cords that actually directly go to something. And what I'm trying to figure out is if it goes to something, making sure that I connect it with the item that it goes with. So then I can just get rid of the other stuff, the other cords, because I have too many cords, okay? I just have too many cords. So I need to get rid of those. And then, but I've been organizing the drawer. Got my dermatology stuff organized yesterday. I think I told you about that yesterday. Let's see what else. Yeah, those are the big things on that. But they're huge things because knowing that those were organized makes my life a lot easier in ways. I need to do drives and larger cables, like connector cables. Also need to wrap my roommate's, she has a little, wax burner. And wax burners are nice, but you got to make sure that they're, if you use them, you want to make sure you use them. Otherwise, they're kind of sitting there wasting away, and they do take up more power than like the air sprayers and things like that. So you want to make sure that the battery operated air sprayers are better in some ways. Need to organize more games to some degree, but yeah. So there's lots of stuff left to do. We're now 26 days before the move. I am proud of my roommate though, because she went in tonight to her room and she got a bunch of stuff organized in her closet, and which is fantastic. And started organizing her room. So she did good tonight. She had a really productive night on getting stuff ready after work, and I was really proud of her. And there's still stuff to do, but at least she is doing good things and getting stuff accomplished on her side, and maybe doing better than I am. But I've got to get to it. But I wanted to comment on this other video, but I think I'm going to focus on that tomorrow, just because I want to give full attention to this thing. I'm going to talk about it on Access today, I think, too. But this video by a YouTuber named Mr. Beast, who said, the video's title, if you want to look it up, is Mr. Beast MRBEAST. There's no space between it. And he has like 132 million subscribers, which to me is really insane. And there's, I firmly believe that with any YouTube channel that has, that many subscribers or whatever else, that it's entirely possible that, maybe 10 to 15% of them are just bullshit accounts that are, following them just for the sake of, following them. Maybe not as many as that, because that would require 10 to 15% would mean somewhere between 13 and 19 million are all just bullshit accounts following him. I guess that's possible. I don't think it's highly likely. But just like with any other channel, and odds on his channel, because of the number of subscribers being as high on bullshit accounts, kind of just, pseudo accounts just designed to, to follow him, is significantly less because his numbers are higher. So he may be more like, in the 3 to 5% range, which would be what, I don't know, what would that be? 3 to 5%. So 1.5 is somewhere between 3 million to 4 million could easily be phony accounts. I know that sounds like a lot, but you'd be surprised at how easy it is to create a bullshit crap account. Because all you have to have is a Google account, and then you can just go subscribe to it. You could create 100,000 Google accounts. It doesn't mean that, if you've got too much time on your hands if you're doing that, but you could do it. So Sunday, I may have to take a break for this stuff on Sunday because I need to get this thing done with the Randolph-Shepard Act and complete these modules I have to satisfy the fact that I didn't get to go to attend this meeting, this training conference via phone in December. So I'm going to have to go and finish this module thing, which is good because it's actually about the Randolph-Shepard Act, and I actually think that will be really good for me to learn about. The other thing that I did accomplish today, and I saw my family this morning, which is great. But I've been getting rid of some of my emails. So last week I was around 26,000 emails, and now I'm around 19,700, somewhere in that range, which means that I've effectively gotten rid of over 7,000 emails, which is really fantastic. A lot of extra bull that I just didn't need. So I got rid of a bunch of that, and I'm going to continue to keep working on that. My real goal is to get all these things organized and all these inboxes organized, and just to make my life a lot easier. So that's kind of what I'm doing with that. Let's see, is there anything else? Oh yeah, when I saw my family today, when I saw my mom and my brother today, I gave Kenneth his little extra Christmas stocking stuffer thing that we didn't get in time, and it's this little tiny thing. It looks like almost looks like a little eraser. It's really tiny, but it's a Darth Vader. It looks like Darth Vader, but it's not an eraser. Actually, if you pull his head off, it's underneath his head, underneath his helmet, is a USB, little USB port, or a little USB drive. So I think it's 4 or 8 gigs, but it's a little USB drive. You can just put it in your pocket, really tiny, and then you can carry it around. And it's because he likes Star Wars. He has an Obi-Wan, lamp. So it's pretty cute. I think it's pretty cute, and he seemed to like it. And that was a really cool thing to have, that little Star Wars thing for him. But they stayed in this room for the last 2 nights over at their place. Oh, and they just got an antenna. So by the way, get rid of DirecTV and AT&T. Buy off their services. If you have phones or whatever, pay them off and then cancel their services. I've got to do that and get that done the next couple of days, because AT&T has become one of those people that uses people or doesn't appreciate customers of a conservative nature, and they'll tell you what they want you to watch. So they canceled and removed from their platform. They removed One America and Newsmax, which are conservative networks, all because they say, well, we weren't going to pay them what they call a licensing fee, or a licensing fee for their services, when they pay other networks that are liberal networks, pay them more than Newsmax was asking for, and they have far less viewers. So they were willing to give up those channels to get more views and were asking for less money than channels that were asking for more money but have less viewers, which fundamentally in business, that's idiocy. But, whatever, that's just the way they are. But anyways, their room, they ordered from a place called Master Donuts, which was actually pretty good. I can't really taste anything. I don't know if I've mentioned this in the videos yet or not, but I actually can't taste anything anymore. After I had COVID last year, I've effectively lost my sense of taste. So now what I partake in is texture. So if I can enjoy the texture of something, whether it be a liquid or like lemonade or something like that when it comes to liquids, or if like meat is tender and it tastes juicy or whatever, that's fine. But like the literal flavor of chicken, like garlic seasoning or this or that, I can't taste that anymore. But they ordered from this place called Master Donuts, and I could tell that the cake donuts were straight up just like woo, like they were just straight up sweet. So I wasn't used to that flavor when it came to cake donuts, but it was all right. It was good. It was good. I didn't like the glazed donut as much, believe it or not. I liked the cinnamon sugar one that I got texture wise, and I liked the cake one. But the glazed one, the glaze was not their strong suit, just in my personal opinion. But other than that, the donuts were good. They had a really good cappuccino. It was warm, and I could taste the sugar in it, and it was the vanilla the cinnamon. I couldn't taste the flavor of cinnamon in it, but I like the texture and the kind of the warm sweetness to it, with a little mixed with a little bit of bitter. That was pretty good. But their room. So at this Marriott South, Austin Marriott South in Austin, there's when you go to it was like 5 floors. They were on the top floor. On their floors, when you come out of the elevator, all the big numbers like 521 or 530 or whatever the heck it is, 550, all the large numbers are close to the elevator, and all the small numbers are down the pathway of the hallway all the way to the back. So literally my mom and brother were like, I think two or three rooms from the end of the whole building. In 503 at the time was where they were ended up being. They're not there anymore, so it doesn't matter. But they were in 503, and it was literally like 2 or 3 doors from the end of the whole building, and it was just like, wow, that's just insanely like far away. It was like doing a hike just to get to the room. So they should have elevators on kind of either side. So if you're midway one way or another, you can kind of get to an elevator easier. But I guess apparently, or they did not design the hotel in that way. Probably because it's a smaller hotel. It doesn't look like it's a really huge hotel. But my mom and my brother, the view out their window was of like I-35, and then another building, and then like the air conditioning vents were below, the ducts were below them. So it wasn't like they had like this amazing view. We joked though about like how they were on the top floor and they had the most amazing view, and that's why they paid $240, almost $250 a night, because they were all these ritzy white privileged people getting this getting this amazing view of IH-35. Anyways, it was a good time spending time with them and seeing them, and love my family very much. Just like I love them. I love my family very, very much. My mom and my brother, just like I love those beautiful little spirits over there. Those beautiful spirits over there. All right, we'll talk about Mr. Beast tomorrow. God bless. Have a great night. Love and spend as much time as you can. I'm not saying sacrifice everything else, but spend as much time as you can with the family that you have, the people you love. Precious moments, and they will never come again, as you can truly know. All right, be safe, and God bless. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.